All right, we are back with another update, and oh, the irony of saying on my review that I was lazy with reading bass notes and only reading the first note, not the others, because this week we introduced the alternating bass, which means really now I have to pay attention to the bass notes and how it goes. So originally, when I was learning the songs, I thought I'd bring it out to display it a little bit. We just did the same bass line, so we started here and you'd play these two notes and then maybe you'd switch over to these two notes, so it'd sound like this. But now we're going to alternate and come back to the C note, so it sounds more like this. And so a lot of these songs, when we were learning and going to lessons, it was learning them completely hands apart because the right hand had nothing necessarily new to them, but the left hand difficulty significantly jumped up. And what I noticed when playing, and something ironic, is I'd go back and practice some of the songs I had played before without alternating basses, and the pattern just got so stuck in my left hand that it felt really odd to play without alternating. And so here is the first song in the book with alternating basses called The Big Parade. Going through and recording these, like I said, it was a big difficulty jump, so there's definitely mistakes in the video today, but that's a part of learning. So here we go, The Big Parade. Oh. So then going back to the lessons afterwards, we started putting the hands together, obviously, as you saw, and then now it's starting to work on speed within the songs because these are supposed to be marches. So my teacher goes, it's fantastic to learn them slow, but we're going to pause and drill down a little bit to start getting that speed up. Number one, it's going to get you more comfortable with the alternating basses because we probably aren't going to go back to non-alternating. A lot of, she said, famous polkas, waltzes, really any music you're going to play is having that pattern, so we're going to get good at learning that. And so she said, once you start speeding it up, it's going to come with a lot of errors and blips inside. So, you're going to have to slow down, go back, and then try to pick it up. But I realized as I was playing, even when I'm messing up, it still feels good once you're in the zone for the left hand just to be going like that. You're not putting too much conscious thought into, oh my gosh, like I have to move back and forth and then get over to that right hand. And so the second song's difficulty jump was that there are some larger jumps. So normally we are moving a lot of these beginner songs from C either to G and F, but this second song we learned it has a jump from C up to D up here. So it's a one button jump, and getting that within while keeping your mind up, it builds up this weird anxiety and pressure when it's coming up, because in the song you'll hear I'm just staying on the same note on the right hand. I'm playing a C, I believe, and you just feel like the urge is going to come up and you have to make that jump. And so it's definitely practice, and I've done those jumps before, but with the alternating basses to remember to keep going. It kind of takes you out of the zone a little bit, but you just got to keep rolling along. And so this is a Memorial Day special, I guess, that lines up with the book. The Caissons Go Rolling Along, and that is also known as the U.S. Army song. She was showing me there's a couple military marches in here, so I guess I'll learn those. And she said, these are probably ones you're going to memorize because you probably don't want to play them. Like, you're going to want to play polka and this and that, but people will want to hear this. So I imagine this is one I'm going to be practicing for a very long time. All right, that was it for this week.